this is going to sound cliche, but just be yourself. I mean, we do this as a tool to help you think about these things, but don't have it like, memorized in your head, because that's going to show through. That's going to sound robotic. Just make sure that, you're feeling good, you're feeling confident, you're loose, and, you are the expert about yourself. So you know what your passions are, you know why you would want to work for their company. So let that shine through everything you do while you're at the career fair.
I'd also say if you have it memorized, it's going to be a bit harder to have that true conversation with the employer. Sometimes they're going to throw in a question in the middle, and if you don't know where to keep picking up, you're going to kind of fall and tumble. So just try to be prepared on different ways to say it. You don't want to get stuck on these words in this form.
Excellent. And that's why this format is also a great way to prepare. Just really knowing yourself and your career goals is awesome. All right. Does anybody have any questions on what we just went over? All right. All right. So are you ready to share what you wrote?
Yeah. Hello, my name is Jesse DePosha. Right now I plan to pursue experience in community and consumer relations. I'm interested in your company because I'm aware that you have a strong emphasis on community and consumer relations. Community and consumer relations.
Did everybody hear that?
I'm going to figure, I was trying to figure out a way to
I can't
redo
remember all that.
And I was thinking, I was like, oh, 5 minutes trying to figure it out, so that's why I wrote that down.
That's awesome. So, definitely, one thing that I just want to point out that came up in my own when I did this on Friday was that you said right now I plan to pursue experience, and it's better to be a little bit more intentional, a little bit more, I don't want to say aggressive. Sophie can think, or Michaela can think of a better word for me to use than aggressive.
I think intentional is a good word.
Intentional.
Purposeful, yeah.
Yeah, a little bit more purposeful, and to say, I am pursuing experience in community. I am doing this. I will do this. So definitely, thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Oh, and Kelly, we also have a gift for you for coming up and being so brave. You're getting a swag bag from the Career Development Center. I know you all wish that you volunteered, so you could get one too.
Oh, at this point, we'd like for you all to have practice with giving your own elevator pitch to your students who you all just met while giving handshakes. So you guys may have been writing along. If not, you may already have an idea on what you'd like to say. And we'd like to give you a few minutes to get up, go around, meet people, preferably start off with ones you didn't meet while giving your handshake to, and go through the full act as if they were the potential employers. So you're going to go up, you're going to shake their hand, and you're going to give your elevator pitch. And it's okay if you stumble and fall, because that's why we're practicing now, and hopefully why you're going to practice before you go. What questions do you all have about what we're going to do next? Okay,
Sounds great. Are we going to spend 5 minutes?
let's say about 5 minutes.
Okay. Please, get up. Introduce yourself.
I'll get practice.
I'll take it. All right, so practice talking. I'm Erin. And then I'll be Erin for sophomore here in Tuesday. I can't do it. We'll practice later. We know we do. I'm Katarina, first year college. Nice to meet you. Of course. Okay. I'm a Parks, Recreation, Tourism Management major here at NC State. I am right now pursuing an internship in event planning. Hi, I'm Brittany.
eventually want to be a full-time event planner, so that's why I was looking to
That was really good. Did you happen to say your year?
Oh no.
Oh, you're good. I would just include that in the final and then ending with a
Oh, okay.
like do you have an internship where I was looking at your internship, do you have other opportunities? Just because, you want to ask them, you want to start that conversation.
If you're doing minor, I'll definitely try to take a class.
Hey, I'm Joseph. Nice to meet you too. I'm a first year in
I know, that's why I was like, oh gosh. And I went and I felt like, have a backpack. And that day I was wearing like a black t-shirt and a flannel and dark jeans. So I just like took my flannel off and like shoved it in my bag. So I looked like but I still like watching stuff here. Like when she was like, be yourself. You're not, that's professional. I was like, I was gonna tell stories that were
I like how you have it.
It's just like a lot of things. And you go up and you're just like, just like dress nicer.
Hello, I'm Amber Parker. I'm a sophomore studying psychology with minors in Spanish and anthropology. Right now, I have a lot of experience in research I'm hoping to gain more clinical experience and get a doctorate in clinical psychology. And I'm interested in business. I was there. Are you nervous?
Yeah. Okay. Hi, my name is Federica Coburn, and I'm a junior in Parks and Recreation Management. Right now I'm pursuing an internship in event planning because one day I want to be a full-time event planner for a company. I have a lot of experience in event management, and I've been looking at your company right now because I really think I can grow and learn professionally from you guys. Can you talk to me about They already do. They already do. That's why. I'm gonna leave those up.
Alright, everybody, I'm so sorry to interrupt things. I know there's I heard a lot of really good elevator comments on your elevator. And I'm glad that everybody got a chance to practice their elevator speech. And I'm glad that it seems like a lot of this will make sense to y'all because, again, I heard some really great elevator pitches. And feel free to stay after practice if you want to continue, because I know I cut a few of you off. And you're welcome to come and try them up on us as well. A big thing is just remembering to ask a question at the end of the elevator pitch. I know that's almost impossible to do when you're not sure, which company you're speaking to and it's imaginary, but just make sure you have those good, strong questions in mind to show that you're very interested too.
Okay, so we've told you a lot about how to prepare and what to do. Now we're going to go over some of the things what not to do. So first of all, it may seem very tempting to go with friends to the career fair. And while this isn't a terrible idea, I'll tell you a little bit about my experience. So I've been to one career fair, and it was CHAS, and it was in McKinnon Center. And so it was my first career fair, so I was pretty nervous. So me and my best friend went together. We rode to the career fair together. We, talked each other down before we walked in. However, we did not walk in together. We did not stick glue together while we were in. That looks very unprofessional to a potential employer. You have to realize, I know this is a little stressful, but if you're confident, it shouldn't be. All eyes are going to be on you. You're the students, and it's going to be clear that you're a student when you walk in. And so you're making your first impression the minute that you walk in the door. So that can be a really good thing, or it can be a bad thing depending on how you present yourself. So just be aware that they are observing your mannerisms and your demeanor, not just what you say, but how you present yourself. So that's why it's really important to, you're an individual, to be independent and go up to the employer yourself and say, hi, my name is so-and-so. Then at the end, you can, meet your friends out in the lobby, excuse yourselves and debrief, which I think is a great idea as well. But yeah, so go solo into the career fair is the first one. The second one is to not be on your cell phone. This is a huge one. If you're super tempted, I wouldn't even bring it in. I don't even think I brought mine in because I know how it can be sometimes. You get a message and I have to look at it right now. But if you do need to use your phone, definitely excuse yourself because, like I said, you're being you're being observed the entire time, and it's just going to look really unprofessional and immature to be looking at your phone while you're in a career fair. Some other things, I think normal one would be don't chew gum. Don't be my name is. You don't do that. I'm trying. Do you have anything to add, Michaela?
Yeah, so I went to my first career fair. It was my fall semester freshman year, and I did everything that you could ever find on a list of what not to do at a career fair. And one of the things I definitely say is I went up to the first desk, shook their hand, and asked them what they did. Which I think we've gone over. You don't want to do ever. And it wasn't that I didn't know. It was more that I was so shocked that I that I forgot everything that I had practiced beforehand, which is why I really hope you guys practice your elevator pitches because I was in that situation and I don't want you all to be there. That being said, I did go around the career fair. I met up with someone outside of the area where the employers were and talked with her. And, we talked about our experiences thus far and, kind of got my confidence back up, went back in, and blew people away. I didn't have a set elevator pitch. I didn't have most of the stuff done. But being, this freshman here was really impressive to a lot of people. And, being a senior, knowing what you want to do is impressive. Being a sophomore here, talking about internships and making those plans for the future is impressive to employers. The fact that you're coming to the career fair at all, and they know it's nerve-wracking. So I definitely say, don't stress yourself out if you mess up and do anything on the do not avoid list. Go to the next one. I actually did get contact information from some of the other employers I ended up talking to. And this will come up later, but I would definitely say follow up because that's probably my greatest regret. From that career fair. I did not follow up.
There's one more thing I would add to that is, like I said earlier, don't sell yourself short. So if you do see your dream company is at the career fair, don't be I'm just a sophomore, I'm just a freshman, I don't have anything to gain from this. Because it's never too early to start thinking about going to a career fair or going. I wish that I would have gone to a career fair my freshman year of college, just because that's the point where you can, you may not know what you want to do yet, you can go and you can see, and it's always just a great opportunity to network with people in a professional setting, people that you may want to work for later, or just getting comfortable, telling people what you want to do in the future and learning from them. So any experience where you have to get out of your comfort zone, which is definitely what a career fair is going to be rewarding for you in the long run.
So after the fair, you're going to want to take that portfolio, all your notes, and you're going to want to go over them. You're going to look at, your impressions from each person. Who'd you like? Who you didn't like? Was it the person? Was it the company? Why didn't you like them? Did they have internships or jobs available for you? Did they not? You may end up re-ranking your companies. You may have stopped by a small company on the side and decided that that was going to be perfect for you. So look through, definitely take notes. Who you're going to follow up with. Make note of their name, their contact information, see if you can find them on LinkedIn, right? You're going to want to keep up these connections after the fair.
Okay, so following up, I'm going to go really quickly on this because we are running out of time. So like we've said, definitely get the future employer's contact information. That will probably be on the table in the form of a business card, or you can just ask for it. They'll have pamphlets of information for you. I would say within the next couple days after the career fair, go ahead and if you have a LinkedIn, send them a connection on LinkedIn, and you can send them a personalized message and say, thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate you speaking with me and telling me more about what you do. I'm going to be putting in an application to work at your company in the future, and I hope to work with you. Something like that really separates the people that get the jobs and the people that may not get the jobs. Because if they're looking at two candidates, and one candidate they met at the career fair, and they followed up, and the other candidate they didn't, that's going to make you really stand out and look a lot better.
For instance, I know that there was an employee in the Career Development Center, and he was applying for a job there, and there were a lot of qualified candidates, but he sent a thank you note after. So just,
And
building
he got
a
the job,
rapport,
and it was very competitive.
right, building a rapport with potential employers is always very important. So does anybody have any questions about anything that we covered today?
Yes.
So you guys were talking about like going back over the notes that you took and stuff. Would it be considered rude to like be taking notes while they're talking to you about like the questions that you asked or no?
What do you think?
So I'm a big note taker, and it helps me to stay focused, and for sure I want people's names
Yeah.
and I want to spell them correctly, so I don't think that they would consider it rude. I think they would consider that you're taking an interest and you want to be exact, so long as you're not staring at your paper.
Right.
So looking at them, writing it down briefly, ask them for their email if you want it. Ask them to spell their name. It shows that you care.
Great question.
Yes.
How many copies of our resume should
That's a good question.
It really depends on how many employers you should have a game plan of how many employers you're wanting to hit while you're there. I always do more than I do. I always bring 10. So, and make sure that that's like your fine-tuned resume. We're going over that next week, but make sure that the ink looks nice.
Just one more. And like, is it customary to put the resume in like another little folder or anything, or just hand it loose, anything like that? Print it on nice like cardstock.
Right, there is actually a thicker form of paper than.
The resume paper? Yeah, so there is resume paper, which you can buy at the bookstore, and it's just nicer. They call it linen. It has texture to it. So at the career fair, if you can bring 5 to 10 copies of that, that would be good. I wouldn't necessarily bring more unless you know you're going to drop it off with 10 companies or more, because then you're wasting the paper. But a lot of the companies will not take your resume. So don't feel bad if they say, no, just, upload it online. That a lot of them are told not to take them. So it's going to be a fraction of the employers who are going to actually take it.
Right. So those are some really great questions, and we don't have time to answer anymore as a group. But if you have any questions afterwards, please feel free to stay and talk to us. We'd love to talk to you, get to know you. And also, before you head out, yeah, if you could please fill out the survey, that would be awesome. It lets us improve upon our performance, hear your feedback,
And this
and
will also-
send presentations better to you.
This will also help go towards your launch credit. So for those of you that are trying to do the 6 launches, please take time to fill this out. We are here as volunteers to help you all. There's like nothing we enjoy more than talking about career readiness. So if you all have any questions, also if you'll go to the next slide, Kel. You can make an appointment for a resume critique at the Career Development Center or a mock interview. We do those as well. And we also have walk-in hours 11 to 2 Monday through Friday. So, yes.
Is what?
This is
Spring launch.